Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me at Second Chance Ministry Radio. My name is Frank S. Garcia. The following is entitled, All Things Are Possible with God. Enjoy and have a glorious day.
The Great Tribulation will last 1,335 days. God will test the faith of everyone on earth during this time. This video I wanted to bring to you to encourage you that God will supply us with heaven-sent strength to reinforce our faith during this time. God knows that persecution will come, and yet He gives us this promise. Don't be afraid of what you are about to suffer. The devil will throw some of you into prison to test you. You will suffer, but if you will remain faithful even when facing death, I will give you the crown of life. Can God really help? Is He able? Jeremiah 16 says, Behold, you, Jesus, have made the heavens and the earth by your great power and by your outstretched arm. Nothing is too difficult for you. And in Jeremiah 26, the word of the Lord, that is Jesus, came to Jeremiah saying, Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is anything too difficult for me? The rich young ruler came one day to Jesus, asking how he could be saved. He had kept the commandments from his youth up, but he was not willing to be poor or suffer from want, and he turned away. And they who heard it said, Who then can be saved? Because they believed that wealth was a sign of God's favor. But Jesus said, The things that are impossible with people are possible with God. Do you remember Abraham and Sarah? When the Lord, that's Jesus again, said to Abraham, Why did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I indeed bear a child when I am so old? And then Jesus stated, Is anything too difficult for the Lord? One time, a man brought his son to Jesus, and the boy's father said, It, that is an evil spirit, has often thrown him both into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us. And Jesus said, If you can, all things are possible to him who believes. And immediately the boy's father cried out and said, I do believe. Help my unbelief. God can do anything. Nothing is too difficult, even death. 3 examples of Jesus raising the dead that are found in scriptures are when he met a funeral procession and raised the widow of Nain's son. And you all remember the raising of Lazarus after he had been dead 4 days. And Jairus' daughter. This particular text has to do with the raising of Jairus' daughter. And when the crowd had been sent out, he, Jesus, entered and took her by the hand, and the girl got up. And this news spread throughout the land. It was so easy for Jesus, just taking her by the hand. Remember, at the resurrection of Lazarus, Jesus said to Mary, "I am the resurrection and the life, and he who believes in me will live even if he dies." The following story is only one of two instances where Jesus singles out great faith in an individual. Remember the one when the centurion said that his servant was ill and sent a messenger to Jesus? That was one time, and this is the other. We'll entitle this story Crumbs for the Dog. When Jesus went out from there and departed to the region of Tyre and Sidon, and behold, a woman of Canaan came from that region and cried out to him, saying, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is severely demon-possessed." But Jesus answered her not a word. And his disciples came and urged him, saying, "Send her away, for she cries out after us." But he answered and said, "I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." And then she came and worshipped him, saying, "Lord, help me." But he answered and said, "Is it not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the little dogs, like you?" But she said, "Yes, Lord, even yet the little dogs eat the crumbs which fall from the master's table." Then Jesus answered and said to her, "O woman, great is your faith. Let it be to you as you desire." And her daughter was healed from that very hour. From this story and the story of the centurion, faith was what was required. Please note, this woman was not a Jew. The centurion was not a Jew. There was no indication that she knew any Bible prophecy. She didn't quote any Bible texts. And yet, Jesus said, "Great is her faith." Wow. So faith is something we have to have. There are many texts in the Bible that offer God's assurance. This is one. "Then call on me when you are in trouble, and I will rescue you." He may not deliver you from persecution, but he does promise to be with you every step of the way. In Hebrews 13, verse 5, Jesus has said, "I will never leave you or forsake you." And Romans 8:31, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" Believe that God can do anything and trust in his promises. He has promised to see you through.
Thank you for listening on Second Chance Ministry.